Oh, but like, bring it on.
Like, sure.
Because also, God, that movie's good. God, that movie's good. It's fun.
Yes, of course. Of course we're going to discuss the cinematic masterpiece that is Bring It On.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Newman.
And I'm Chris Carr, and we are Two Filthy Casuals.
And we know getting into a new fandom can be intimidating with all the gatekeepers out there.
It sure can. Whether your fandom is a person, place, or thing, any noun, we're here to talk to you about
Animal, mineral, vegetable.
Exactly.
We're here for it.
We bring on a super fan. That way they can talk to you about their fandom. You can ask your questions and dip your toe in sans judgment.
And we are so excited to welcome our fan today. She's a writer and comedian. Please welcome to the pod, Katie Stone.
Yay!
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for
such professional radio voices.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
oh my God. Well,
Hear that, men on the internet who hate? I think any woman's voice.
so this is a little side quest right out the gate.
Please.
But I was talking to my husband Logan about Tom Waits the other night.
What? Wait.
I
I was talking to my husband Eric about Tom Waits yesterday.
always love Tom Waits.
Oh, he'd never heard of him before.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I played him 3 songs, and he said, I don't think I like Tom Waits, but I understand the artistry.
Okay, I'm on Eric's camp on this. And I went, I just think that Tom Waits has a voice that sounds like the male equivalent of the Kardashian vocal fry, or sounds like he has GERD, which is fine.
See, because I feel like it's the opposite, because I feel like the Kardashian, like this is meant to be like as non-threatening and baby as possible, versus Tom Waits, who sounds like he's dying in a coal mine.
I just want him to clear his throat. Just real bad.
Katie, any Tom Waits? You're now in a Tom Waits episode.
To be honest, it's one of those things where I'm like, Eric's never heard of Tom Waits, and then if you were like, name a Tom Waits song, I would say no.
Yeah.
See,
exactly.
I assumed everyone knew Underground.
Will you sing some of it for me?
I will in my best Tom Waits, but I will back up from the... Were you about to hit one? She's just going to mute me. That's the one that goes, if I may, there's a world going on underground. And I actually think that came across better than I thought it was going to.
It's better than Beetlejuice. That was way better.
It's the exact same attempt.
But it works here.
I'm sure I know it. I'm sure I've heard it.
It was in Robots, if that helps.
Excellent.
Thank you for being nice about our voices. That's very, very sweet.
They're beautiful.
You have a very
I
soothing
blew
one.
mine out doing the Tom Waits impression. So, Chris, you're going to have to handle the questions today.
Please watch us on YouTube so you can see Amy mime her questions. We're over there now. So today, Katie, I love that you wanted to talk about a specific actress.
And a specific time period. So break down exactly.
Okay, so I'm interested in discussing Kirsten Dunst's high school comedies. She has a storied career, of which I've consumed much. But these are the films that changed me as a person. I can outline this era if you want. It began in 1998.
We should have gotten you a whiteboard. That needs to be our next. Head over to Patreon so we can get a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Well, okay, brief summary.
Yes.
Brief summary of because I was telling you guys before we started, if you look between like 1994 and like 2005, Kirsten Dunst made at least 1, if not up to 3 commercial successes a year. Or at least cultural successes. We'll talk about, some of these aren't commercial successes, and that's why I wanted to talk about them. But yeah, because in 1994, people say her big breakout was in Interview with a Vampire. Same year already, she had released Little Women. So that's crazy. That's her first, and she was 12 years old when that happened. She was born April 30th, 1982. 7 years to the day before Katie Stone was born. We share a birthday.
Ooh.
Oh, is that part of why? Quick sidebar here. As you know on this podcast, if you've ever thrown a party themed to a thing, or you have a tattoo for a thing, I feel like you get an immediate.
We're coming for you.
You get an immediate front line to please come on and speak to me. But you threw.
Yes, this year my birthday was Kirsten Dunst themed. It was Happy Birthday Kirsten Dunst and also Katie.
Yep. And it was like fully themed. Because I have a bit of a pet peeve of mine when it's like, oh, I'm throwing a themed party. we'll get into it this season, I'm sure. We talked about this. But, like, if I show up to your Halloween party and you're just playing top 40, like, I'm going to take my 6 drinks and go home. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good, I'm out. Like, I did not put on my, like, head-to-toe costume for this. So I feel very strongly of, like, if you were throwing a theme party, I need it to be a themed party. The food was themed to the various films of Kirsten Dunst.
That's amazing.
Everyone dressed up as a Kirsten Dunst or a character from a Kirsten Dunst film.
One of my friends came as the rain scene from Spider-Man where she gives the upside-down kiss, and she gave her husband well, I guess it's her boyfriend. Sorry, guys. A spray bottle to just keep her wet all night.
I also did that.
Yes, you did an excellent job.
There were like 3 variations of that because it was the couple's costume to do.
Yes, there were several of you guys. Oh, yeah, because your very Andrew Garfield-looking husband was also Spider-Man, but it's okay.
I was like, I don't have the right Spider-Man. I can't trade him in for a Tobey Maguire-looking husband.
No.
Not just for a night.
I've checked the laws.
We had several, Mary Jane in her red appropriative dress.
Yes. But, like, it is a sleigh.
It's a sleigh. It's a very good look. And then, Marie Antoinette, obviously super fun.
Sure.
My husband Sanjay and I went to Play Clothes, which is like you can rent old set clothes place. And we found a great costume for him, but none of the Marie Antoinette dresses fit me. But that's okay, because I dressed up as one of my more obscure ones. Shall I get into them?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, we have a great childhood career on Kirsten Dunst. We get Jumanji. We get Tower of Terror. She's a young version of Anastasia in Anastasia.
Which I did not know until I read her Wikipedia.
You read it today?
I did.
That great delivery
so
of,
much.
Grandmama.
It'd be so embarrassing if you knew facts I didn't. You probably will.
I love a little Wikipedia skim.
Now, in 1998, we begin what I'm calling the high school comedy era. She first appeared in Small Soldiers, which was not a movie for me. It was a movie for my brother. I cleaned Small Soldiers sheets out of my mom's house last month when we moved her. He was obsessed. But then the first film on my list was then called All I Want to Do. Actually, okay, All I Want to Do had 3 names. Its production name was Dirty Bird, and it originally released as Dirty Bird. Then it was called All I Want to Do for like 2 decades, and now it's called Strike on Amazon Prime. Look, guys, I assume Dirty Bird sounded too filthy, but I don't know why it's
Dirty
called.
Bird also just sounds like a place where I would get hot chicken now.
Ooh.
Like it would last for 3 months.
Yeah.
And like I would have to, it's like, oh, do you want it, clucking hot? Like I'd have to like look like a 20-year-old in the eye and be like, can I get my chicken clucking hot, please?
Would it be the kind of place that has the waiver? That's the real good hot chicken, where you have to sign a waiver off because it's too spicy.
Oh.
Those are fun.
Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy food.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It
doesn't like me
medium.
back,
I like a
but-
medium.
I like real spicy.
Yeah, that's kind of smart, though, because
What would you order at Dirty Bird?
I would get medium or less. I
Yeah.
like to admit, I'm not somebody who enjoys being challenged by spicy food.
Yeah.
That said, of course, married into an Indian family, I can handle more spice than my mother-in-law. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
But these were all the U.S. release of the name, too? Because I feel like every once in a while that'll happen.
Nope, these are all different U.S. releases.
Weird.
I guess maybe All I Want to Do is now to Sheryl Crow. Don't know.
Oh, sure.
But this was a film. Okay, it came out in 98.
That song's going to be stuck in my head the rest of the fucking day.
I live off Santa Monica Boulevard, so it's never not in my head. So your face right now. You hate me.
It's just playing. And also, I can't hear that. Sorry, we will let you get through this filmography. No. I was in a history of rock and roll class. Yes. It was awesome. In college. I loved it so much. I love those weird, I can just, delve into this niche thing I love. Yeah. And anyways.
And you learned about Tom
Waits.
That's why you know the name Underground and we don't.
Sure. And the professor, I just remember the same day, was covering Lauryn Hill's Do-Wop That Thing. And played the music video, and he's like, I could teach a whole class about this song and this video and everything it's saying and doing and why it's so brilliant. And he's like, and then this is also in the curriculum, so here you go. And played the Sheryl Crow All I Want to Do music video and was so clearly disgusted he had to stop talking about Lauryn Hill to talk about All I Want to Do is Have Some Fun.
Well, and I feel like also, isn't there isn't there a known fact that Sheryl Crow was part of like a community of musicians and like slowly pilfered from them and then went
Is
solo.
that true?
I don't know. Look, this isn't my fandom, but I'm pretty sure she's also like not respected as a songwriter for that reason.
Wow.
And then she married that doping guy.
Mm-hmm. Look, come on. The album was Soak Up the Sun. Or as my friend in elementary school kept insisting, it was pronounced Simon. True story. That album rewired me a little. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what rewired your childhood brain.
Yes.
So please continue.
Okay. So All I Want to Do, it comes out in 1998. And we always think about, in LA, you think about, that means it was filmed the year before.
Right.
Kirsten Dunst would have been 15.
Oh my God.
It's a movie about an all-girls school, and basically the bad girls at the all-girls school and how they're fixated on losing their virginity. And then, of course, it becomes about so much more.
See, we bitch a lot about, like, high schoolers and high school things don't look like high schoolers anymore. But it's like, no, I think I actually just want, like, clearly a 28-year-old in that movie.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Okay, part of this, too, is, like, Kirsten Dunst delivers genuinely believable performances. Like, she's, like, incredible. And it was one of those things where... Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place.
No, please.
A big reason I'm very into this as an adult is I feel like it's something that as a kid I was told, like, those are girl movies. Kirsten Dunst's just a teen star, da-da-da-da. And then during the pandemic, Sanjay had never seen any of these movies. We went back and made him watch it, and he's a professional actor. And we were like, holy shit, this 15-year-old is delivering a performance that rivals most successful adults. And, like, this movie is... not necessarily this one, but, like, the ones I'll get into in a second, is genuinely great.
Well, I feel like that was part of the Interview with the Vampire thing.
Yes.
Of, like, she is holding her own with Hollywood royalty and, like, arguably one of the better performances in this film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, she delivered adult teen very well.
Yeah.
One still seemed to have, at least in interviews, a childlike sensibility of those scenes. She didn't seem to have what we see a lot now of very, like, PR-ready children who talk to you about their methodology and how they approach a character, where she would talking about, oh, no, it was gross that I had to kiss that old man. People are like, it's gross you had to kiss Brad Pitt? Yeah, I'm a child. This is gross.
It's weird I have to tell you this.
Yeah.
No, she's always given a great interview. Never been a liar in her life.
Oh, what's the quote I just saw from her recently where she's like, I'd rather just age and look like myself than get a bunch of plastic surgery and look like a freak or something like that. And I was like, I want more people like you in Hollywood. No offense to anyone who gets plastic surgery, but just...
One of her frequent sound bites recently is people will be like, would you ever do another superhero movie? And she goes, I mean, I didn't love it, but the pay is so good.
Yeah, so she's just like, I mean, I have to help my mom survive.
Yes,
I pay my mom's bills too. So yeah, I would.
Okay, so All I Want to Do, that was a big one for me as a kid. I've rewatched it as an adult. It's still funny.
Yeah. Is it one where you watch it and go, who the hell was letting me watch this as a child? Like, how I haven't seen it, so I don't know how mature.
I think, it's interesting. I think if you have a healthy relationship to sexuality, it's not that bizarre.
I think I have too healthy a relationship to sexuality.
It's not like one of those things where they're like sexualizing teenagers. It's more kind of like a big mouth exploration of like, this is how teenagers.
That's great.
Not to say, look, it's not social commentary on the level of Big Mouth, but it was like it was a teen movie.
It was handled with like an innocent touch more than.
Yes. And it's an intro to the era, if you will.
Okay.
The next year, she releases the movies. Okay, well, first of all, the reason I said high school comedies is Virgin Suicides happens immediately after All I Want to Do. That is a movie that I did watch during this era because I was like, I'm obsessed with Kirsten Dunst. It's so depressing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the plot.
I've never seen it.
Virgin Suicides is a movie about these girls who are like so like helicopter mommed that they all kill themselves.
Oh.
And it's based on a Jeffrey Eugenides novel that is told in a plural first person from the point of view of the like teen boys in the neighborhood who are watching this happen. So it's like weird. It's her first Sofia Coppola partnership, which would of course happen most famously with Marie Antoinette and later on with the movie called The Beguiled, which I have never seen. That was like 2017, so it's past this era. Anyway, I'm skipping the Virgin Suicides except for the fact that I stayed on it for a good while. Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Great film.
Such a great movie. And it's one of those movies that was a commercial flop at the time. And then because it was such a commercial flop, you couldn't find it on streaming forever. Like it's even right now, I don't know if it's available, but it'll pop up for like 3 months out of the year and then disappear. It'll be like on HBO Max for 3 months and then it'll be on Hulu for 3 months, but you can never know.
I had to hunt it down to show my husband this movie.
Okay. It's such a delivery. It feels like a Christopher Guest movie.
Yes.
It's not, but it's like all these character performances. Her character performance is amazing. Allison Janney's character performance is amazing. Kirstie Alley's character performance is amazing. Oh, Amy Adams' film debut.
Yep. Amy Adams is so good in it.
She's so good.
Such an endlessly quotable movie.
Yeah. So good. We actually, from Travis James Dio, wanted to know, what's your favorite scene in Drop Dead Gorgeous?
That's a really good question. I'm like coming up with funny little lines because the guy who's like a pervert was my favorite character growing up. He's like, I'm just here to judge the girls, the young girls, and then Will Sasso plays a person with I don't know what the term we're even using for it is because when my mom.
It didn't age well.
Severe mental disability.
Yep.
And
that is the one bit in that movie where it's like, oh, that did not age well. Please excuse that.
When you show it to people now, you have to be like, no. Oh, yeah, okay. I think the best scene in Drop Dead Gorgeous is when Allison Janney she's getting her hair dressed by the Kirsten Dunst mom character. Mm-hmm. And she's like smoking and she's talking about like, oh, yeah, like, nobody's quite like her, and then the thing gets blown up, and she gets her beer can permanently fried into her hand. Yep. That part is really good.
I think the most about the part where they all have the little headdress things on, and I love America, with, like, the big Washington Monument, and you hear Amy Adams' boyfriend in the audience just go, yeah, baby! That, and then the one girl gets up, and she goes, my uncle owns the largest ball of twine in. I think I misunderstood the assignment. And it just, like, the big ball of twine on her head pops off and rolls away. Yes. It's about girls doing beauty pageants, and it's super Midwestern, like that, like, Fargo-y, like, Midwest. It's so funny.
Quick summary of the plot. There's a beauty pageant going on. This is so funny that this came out right after the Virgin Suicides, because all the girls start dying violently. The projected winner is on her tractor because... I don't know why she was a projected winner. She was like this lesbian farm woman, and then she gets blown up. And then like people keep dying, and then it becomes to the point where Kirsten Dunst is clearly the projected winner, and horrible things keep happening. For instance, the trailer I was just discussing blowing up, yada yada.
Hysterical movie.
And then Brittany Murphy is delivering a great performance, and like Kirsten Dunst's costume gets blown up, so Brittany Murphy gives her the... Okay, that's not true. Costume doesn't get blown up. It miraculously flies onto the roof of the trailer next door, but then they steal it. And you're like, who did it? And then obviously it's Kirstie Alley. Sorry to spoil it. I'm really rambling all over the place.
You're talking about a great
film.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but to review...
It's cinema. It's so good. It's so funny.
Because all of their performances... God, I can't remember the actress's name, but Kirstie Alley's daughter, who's the primary competition, she does a dance with a giant statue of Jesus, where she's carrying Jesus on her back. And then another potentially problematic, but I think fine social commentary, is that the previous year's winner is in the hospital for her severe anorexia.
That's right.
And she gets wheeled out and like part of her hair falls out. Another great character performance, and anorexia was a real problem at the time. You know, we gotta show kids that's not what you want to do.
No.
Have I covered all of Drop Dead Gorgeous?
Also that part where they're doing the tour of the, like, is it like a hot dog factory?
Go on.
And I just remember there's like a little like direct-to-camera thing where she's like, and I work here too. Like, my friend and I say that to each other all the time.
And then at the end she finally wins, and she like goes to this like Miss Teen America pageant, and then everybody gets seafood poisoning, and there's like a really graphic throw-up scene.
Long story short, it should have been her Oscar win.
Yes, and to stay on this... So Kirsten Dunst has talked about, this is another recent interview bite from her is basically like, she said, like, you guys don't like anything I make that's genuinely good until years afterwards. Drop Dead Gorgeous is a cult hit. Everyone talks about it as though it's my best movie, but it got panned by reviewers. It had no commercial success. Basically, I think a lot of the time they don't know how to market comedies that are about teen girls, because you're like, oh, it's a fun like rom-com romp, and then it's like, no, it's actually
not,
like
it's
one
not
of the
a
best
girly movie. Like it's pretty gross. There's a lot of death in it. Like it's not like teen girly because it's a really dark comedy at its core.
Well, that's still an issue, though. You look at movies like Joyride that came out a couple years ago, which is arguably one of the funniest things I've seen in years, and people still didn't know how to market that too. Of just, it's a girls' weekend gone wrong.
Well, I feel like
and
we're always
has the additional pressure of, and they're all Asian.
Yeah,
but white people, you might like it too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're falling into it's the defaultness of being a white man. So it's like, if you have a movie about women, there's an immediate, well, boys wouldn't want to see that. If you have a movie with a predominantly Asian cast, we feel like we have to like talk white people in and white men into, but maybe you could connect. And yet we never do that with movies about white men. That's just expected to be the default.
Yeah.
I'm breaking new ground. No one's ever had that thought before.
Are we ready to move on to the next film Kirsten Dunst released?
Yes.
Was the movie Dick. Now, Dick is, of course, about Richard Nixon. Mm-hmm. Hard to Google.
Very disappointed.
The plot of Dick is so clever. The cast on this is amazing. It's about her and Michelle Williams are the leads. It's one of Will Ferrell's early filmic debuts because he plays either Woodward or Bernstein. So basically, the idea is Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams are these like teen girls who like stumble into being friends with Richard Nixon. They discover he's corrupt. They discover the tapes, and they become Deep Throat. This was made before Deep Throat was actually revealed, and so the whole movie is them like, at first Michelle Williams is in love with Richard Nixon, and then they become disillusioned, and then they take him down. And the last scene is so iconic. They cut up an American flag and make these outfits, and as Richard Nixon is impeached, they like get up on a roof and are like, fuck you, Richard Nixon, and he like sees them and he knows they took him down. Yeah, a lot of stupid little details, like they're the ones who got him hooked on marijuana because like they were bringing the cookies that Kirsten Dunst's brother made and not realizing they were special cookies. Yeah, like basically everything was them.
It is funny how many of these movies are, for someone who, like you said, could get sort of lumped into like, oh, she's just like a cute like teen girl actress. It's like, no, all of these are a lot of these are sort of punching above her. Her, whatever that phrase is, the boxing thing.
Her weight?
Above your class?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. We got there together.
Because as a reminder, she is 16 and filming this, like, intensive political satire.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think Michelle Williams is similarly very young.
Yeah.
And they're just both, like, so believable. That was, I think, one of Sanjay's
You can't
favorites.
just write her off of, like, oh, but, like, bring it on. Like... Sure.
Because also, God, that movie's good. It's fun.
Yes, of course. Of course we're going to discuss the cinematic masterpiece that is Bring It On. Actually, it's next in the list. So she made a bunch of movies. She was in the music video for Savage Garden's I Knew I Loved You Before I Met You in 1999 as well. So, remember that song, recall that music video. She was in that. The next year she made she was the lead in 4 feature films. The only one, they were called The Crow, Lucky Town, Bring It On, and Deeply.
Sorry, the dog just bumped your camera.
Yeah. Gam, you got to make a choice about where you're going to be, Bubba.
Bring It On is likely, for the average person, the only one of these movies you named immediately. It's the first commercial success, and the reverberations of the success of Bring It On is basically the reason anybody's seen any of the movies I've talked about previously, because none of them were commercial successes. Bring It On, at the time, viewed as a stupid little teen girl movie. It is very well produced in terms of being a poppy teen girl movie. It functions as that very well. It is also a movie that is a tapestry of storytelling about appropriation and what it looks like to be a leader in a white space who refuses to participate in it. If you haven't seen it, It's about the Toros versus the Clovers. The Toros being Kirsten Dunst's cheerleading squad, who is like basically Kirsten Dunst becomes the senior, takes it over, learns the woman before her had just been stealing all of the cheers from like a lower income, primarily black school, and called the Clovers, and they're like the greats. And then she makes the whole team relearn everything, agree not to steal anymore, and they come in second at the final championships to the Clovers, and everybody's thrilled because these people who they'd been stealing from for so long finally got their due. So, excellent film.
It's great.
Everybody's hot. Soundtrack is wonderful.
Everyone's so hot. I always thought that I was going to have a great moment brushing my teeth next to a cute boy. Never happened. It never happened of like, oh, I'm just having a sleepover and we're both brushing our teeth all flirty with each other. It's beautiful.
A great Eliza Dushku performance.
So good. She's so underrated.
Yeah, I looked at you. I looked at the Joss Whedon stuff behind you, and then I looked at you and I said, I'm going to address Chris with this one. Excellent Eliza Dushku performance.
She's great. God, she's so good in
God,
Doll's
I
House.
just thought you knew my deep-seated rivalry.
With Eliza Dushku?
Yeah, she knows what she did.
Okay, do you want to know? Sorry, this is like, I don't know if I should... Whatever. I don't know what your podcast listenership is. But my father...
Sister, us neither.
We're figuring it out, too.
My father was excommunicated from the Mormon church. And the reason for that is he had sex with Eliza Dushku's aunt, premarital. And she felt guilty and she repented. And then they had my dad in. And they were like, if you want to stay in the church, you have to repent too. And he said no. And Joseph Smith is a fraud. But I love that that is my link to her.
I love that you think our audience is primarily Mormon.
No, I just don't know. It's one of those things where I'm
if you're Mormon and you're listening, like, right on. Sorry about the coffee.
I don't know what.
Sorry I talk about energy drinks so much. That has to be a bummer for you.
Look, is this woman still alive? Does she want me talking about her pre-marriage? She is a woman who I must respect as a human being. That said, will your podcast ever get to Eliza Dushku's aunt?
Well, here's the thing. Eliza Dushku's aunt is a Patreon subscriber, but as far as I know, she primarily does listen to those. For whatever reason, she really prefers.
She likes that.
The looser format of the Patreon. So you're probably good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's such a good, like, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, though, that your dad's got. That's magical. Oh, good for him.
Thank you. That's really, I mean, bring it on. We won't spend too much time on it because everybody's seen it. The next movie is potentially the greatest. It's my husband Sanjay's favorite of these. It's the movie Get Over It. Have you seen it?
No.
These were the 2 movies I watched the most as a kid. My dad couldn't tell them apart, and he called them both Get It On. But Get Over It. Oh, what to say. Okay, first of all, let me just lay out the cast for you.
Yeah.
The leads are Ben Foster and Kirsten Dunst. Top supporting cast, Colin Hanks, Mila Kunis, Cisco.
Whoa.
Carmen Electra. Let me see who else. It's
What
like
a time
it was crazy.
capsule of a film.
The cast is insane. So basically Ben Foster's character, I wouldn't characterize it as a musical, but it has musical elements. And the first scene is, so Ben Foster's character gets dumped by his childhood sweetheart. And Vitamin C, the singer, emerges as he is like leaving her house with a box full of his stuff. And she is
as herself?
As herself. And this is a parade, a marching band, dancers, yada yada. She sings Love Will Keep Us Together. And it's like mocking him. It's like his internal monologue of him being like mocked. And it's like beautiful. There's like amazing dance sequences right off the bat. Incredible scene.
God, I miss Vitamin C.
Does come back during the credits. The credits roll. It's Vitamin C and Cisco doing, what's the Captain and Tennille song?
That's Love Will Keep Us Together, isn't it?
It might both be. It's both. Do you remember the 21st night?
That's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. Okay, the last one is Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, it's those 2.
Spectacular.
So then he gets dumped. His best friend Colin Hanks is trying to help him get over it. Oh, ex-girlfriend falls in love with Shane West. Shane West is part of a Backstreet Boys type band called the Swingtown Lads. And so his ex-girlfriend Allison is in love with the lead singer of the Swingtown Lads.
The Swingtown Lads.
And so
Unfortunate, could happen to the best of us.
he realizes she's going to be in the school musical so that she can be closer to him. So Ben Foster also signs up for the school musical. His audition scene is amazing.
I feel like someone just mad-libbed a teen movie.
It's so good. Oh, of course. Okay, but yeah, the director of the musical is Martin Short. As like an insane... Did I not mention Martin Short earlier? It's Sanjay's favorite Martin Short performance.
Wow.
It's so good.
Whoa.
It's insane.
I will watch Martin Short now.
Let me tell you about Martin Short's character.
Please.
So Martin Short's character takes himself so fucking seriously, even though he's a high school theater department coach. And he...
Like most high school theater coaches.
He has decided that A Midsummer Night's Dream is not good enough, and it has to be a musical. And he's written like
I've
the
seen
worst
clips of this. That definitely rung a bell in my head. Yes.
So the play is famously atrocious. But everybody's excited to audition. Ben Foster sings the Big Red song. He gets cast as like a mid-level performer. Kirsten Dunst is very into it. She's like a great actress. She's Colin Hanks' little sister. Colin Hanks and Ben Foster are best friends. And sorry, I'm like really summarizing Get Over It for you, but this is my biggest one.
I've never seen this one, so I appreciate this.
Okay. And so Ben Foster's like, she has a crush on him. And he's like, will you help me like get ready for the play? So over time, obviously, they fall in love.
Oh, I called it.
Good job. I didn't see that coming. Wow.
I've seen more than a few films in my day.
There are so many side plots. Okay, like Colin Hanks is also looking for love, right? And there's this woman at school who's super accident prone, and she's like a really hot 30-year-old because she's been in a coma so much, she's only like mentally 16.
Uh-oh.
And he tries to date her, but
she's at the high school?
She's at the high school because she hasn't finished high school. She's been in a coma. She's mentally 16.
Oh, what? Okay, hold on.
Ethically, don't get into it, Amy. She is so accident prone that Rube Goldberg tragedies follow her everywhere she goes.
Hilarious. So she's just like she's a side character in a Final Destination film secretly.
It's one of the funniest scenes is like they try to go out to like hibachi, but obviously hibachi, a lot of fire, a lot of knives, a lot of
seeing where it's
it's excellent. And then also Colin Hanks is like trying to get Ben Foster back on the horse. They go to a sex club.
I somehow don't know what this movie is about.
There's
a lot going on.
There's so much going on, and it's so funny, and it all works together. Like, it sounds like I'm mad-libbing, but when you're watching it, you're like, this works.
This is masterful.
Side fact about Get Over It, Daniel Radcliffe's favorite film.
Wow.
There's an interview with him, one of those like Wired interviews, where he's like, a movie not a lot of people have seen, really underrated, Get Over It. And then he talks about Martin Short's performance, obviously. All this to say, they fall in love, and then at the end, you get to see them put on the play.
Great.
And it is, I could sing so much of it. Oh, there's so many quotable lines. I made a TikTok about this once, and the comments were just full of people, because obviously at some point, one of the leads gets injured and Ben Foster has to step in.
Classic.
So you see all of the like rehearsals and stuff. Can I sing a few of the songs?
I'd be mad if you didn't.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go.
Well, Kirsten Dunst.
I don't know what the copyright. I don't know if the Get Over It people are still out there.
Kirsten Dunst's performance. She is like. Anyway, she rewrites her song at the end, obviously, and, like, pisses off the director. But he's trying to direct her early on, and he goes, I'm dreaming of a boy, a very special guy. I wish that I could pluck. I want to see you plucking. So that's one. That's very important. She rewrites it.
I feel like this was a long con. You could have just asked to do a Get Over It episode and we would have said yes.
I probably should have just done Get Over It. It's so good. And that was my costume to the birthday party as I dressed as Kirsten Dunst's costume from the end in the musical.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then, oh God, hold on. I need to get to the beginning of it. Oh, yeah, okay. Do you want me, it starts with a summary. The play starts with a summary of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I would like to perform it for you now. Okay. It starts with, did you ever hear a Shakespeare play? Never understand a word they say. But tonight we're gonna make things clear, 'cause Shakespeare's dead, but we're all here. And then I can't remember the next line.
I don't believe you.
Chick named Hermia, and these two guys who loved her so. He said, Hermia, please be my girl, but she only wanted one. She wanted one, and tonight the fairies come to play, and tonight we have our fun. I'll stop there. There is more.
If we get copyright struck for this, honestly, zero regret.
Yeah.
100% how I want to go.
It's so good, and obviously, anyway, at the end, they get together. And, another factoid about this movie is in the reshoots, all the reshoots happen in, like, poorly lit rooms because Kirsten Dunst's hair is already red for Spider-Man.
Do wigs not exist? Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
Well, I mean, I think I'm saying both.
Do wigs not exist? Is a normal way to say that. Why didn't she just wear a wig? Maybe could have been also an option there.
That really got me, too.
You remember
Katie?
Do you remember at the end of Legally Blonde? Which
Yes.
is another
Certainly, yes.
movie I could do a whole episode on. Another movie that Sanjay was like, that's an incredible character performance that men aren't told about. But at the end of Legally Blonde, it's all reshoots because they didn't like the original ending because she didn't fall in love it. And so she's wearing a wig, and it's the worst wig you've ever seen in your life. Do you remember? She's like standing on the stairs, and she like has a thing with.
I've never paid close attention.
Well, now next time you
I'm
watch,
just so
Gonna look for that wig.
I'm just so swept away by the joy of that perfect day.
now
God,
you
this
sing.
episode. Goodbye, monetization. It's okay.
Yeah,
we said
sorry.
dick enough times. This would have happened
Very
either way.
true, yeah.
Referring to Tricky Dick Nixon.
Deep throat dick. They really.
That's a really safe Google. You can search that with no problem.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. I actually think I did Google that because another option for my costume for my birthday party was they wear really cute little outfits. They're like black turtlenecks with black berets and then trench coats. And I wanted to do that, and I was checking if there were any special details I could include, and so I Googled deep throat dick on my work laptop.
And you don't work there anymore. Okay, so that was 90.
So I believe that is 2001.
That checks
And
out.
from there, the reason I don't count Spider-Man as one of her high school films is because even though she plays a high schooler, I feel like, first of all, she's obviously not. At this point, she is 20. And then that really catapults her into adult stardom. From there, we got Mona Lisa Smile, we got Eternal Sunshine, Elizabethtown, Marie Antoinette. Those are her next movies she bangs out. So we kind of move into people have recognized she's a great actress.
There's been so many eras of this career.
Yeah.
And like, God bless, because even she didn't. It was not as egregious as with some young actors, but man, even just reading that Wikipedia page, it's like, oh, and she was on People's List of Most Beautiful People as a teenager, and she had to kiss grown men, and then and then she played a child prostitute in this episode of ER when she was like 16, and it's just like, man, good for her. She seems very normal.
Her first official film credit is in a Woody Allen movie called
already.
Oedipus Rex, Wrecks. But that can't.
I mean, where more than one yike. Multiple yikes.
Multiple yikes on that one.
That's all I'll
That's
say.
a lot of
6
yikes.
years old, yeah.
Oof, magoof.
What a good and safe person to be working with as a child. Is all I'll say there. Someone did ask, we got a question from Avenger Ortiz just asking, is she having a comeback in recent years, or has she always been there?
So, and that's a great question, because I think the truth is that Kirsten Dunst, despite being known for Bring It On, is an indie film star. She's very prestige. She's very focused on like doing good art. Like if you look at what happens in between these. Oh, I didn't even get to the next movie after Get Over It is Crazy Beautiful, which I would put in the teen category, but even that is like an artful film.
Yeah.
And then she goes through like a dark period, I would say, in like 2011, 2012. She did Melancholia. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I never saw it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing all of the art for it, though, like the posters and everything.
It's beautiful. Although both my friends who I saw it with threw up, and they think it's because of like the Blair Witchy thing, because they were cousins and they hadn't eaten the same thing that day. So I think it's a genetic Blair Witchy thing. That's just my letting you guys know about Melancholia. Gorgeous set dressing, gorgeous costuming, a metaphor for depression that will destroy you. And then she's in the movie Bachelorette, which I tried to watch and prep for my birthday party, and it is so dark. It's such a dark comedy about the thin women surrounding a fat woman who is the first in their friend group to get married. And you're just like, these are the worst. It's her, Lizzie Kaplan, and Isla Fisher. And Rebel Wilson is the bride. And so you're like, this is going to be great. You get into it, and you're like, I can't finish this. This is
Wow.
Dang.
Anyway, so she does that, and then she goes into her prestige era, Fargo onward, I would say, and that's when we get the actual Oscar nomination. And so I think she was kind of consistently making great work, because I don't think she thought Fargo was going to catapult her into re-stardom. And when you listen to her interviews about all of this, it's like everything people love about my work, they didn't love at the time. And so I wonder if part of it is like, because she started working, I mean, I wonder, too, if it's like if she started working with men who are commercial successes, people's understanding of her work finally caught up with, like, timed out at the same time as the work actually coming out, would be my guess.
But
also,
she's been consistently working just on stuff maybe not everybody's seeing.
Yeah.
exactly. She does go through lulls, like, between...
Well, she also had a family and shit, too. Like,
married to Jesse Plemons.
the power couple.
So excellent. And the work they've done together is excellent.
Yes.
And then, oh my God, okay, final thing about piece of Kirsten Dunst media that I'm obsessed with, her AD Open Door. Oh, have you guys seen it?
No, but I love
But I
those.
love a good one.
It's so good, because
Yeah.
you're thinking the whole time, you're like, this is where she and Jesse Plemons raised their family. But she's the only person who insists on doing a collab with her interior designer. And you know all those people are using interior designers. But she's like, I hired an artist, and I collaborate with this artist, and therefore this artist will be here and fuck you.
Ooh.
And I love that
That's
about her.
great.
Anyway, but yeah, I think that we're just at a stage where people have accepted her past success. Even like the movie Marie Antoinette, I feel like when it came out, people were like, this is fluff, and now we look back at it and we're like, it's at the very least, does Marie Antoinette stick with you plot-wise? I mean, you know what happens. But the music, the art, the directing, all that, I feel like people have come around to like, wow, what a feat of film. Anyway.
From Bert Syrup, sorry, I'm swinging for that one. Just wanted to know, what's your favorite Kirsten collab with Sofia Coppola on that front?
Oh, Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette.
For sure.
There were 3, you said?
There were 3, and
Okay.
I have not watched the last one, and actually, I really should. I think The Beguiled, I could be wrong, but I think it's one of those movies that gay men are like, why are we the only ones who watched this?
And I tend to trust them.
I do too. It at least means it's beautiful and women are delivering good performances. I'm actually going to look it up. I want to say it's Nicole Kidman
Okay.
is like a mommy in Beguiled.
Yeah, she is.
Oh.
Nicole Kidman's a mommy and everything. So jot that down.
Colin Farrell's in it, and it's
Yes.
something like he's a soldier that they nurse. Maybe, I don't know.
I think that's the one.
Okay. But then sexual things
The
happen.
unexpected arrival of a wounded Union soldier, played by Colin Farrell, at a girls' school in Virginia during the Civil War leads to jealousy and betrayal.
Stop.
Yeah, we're going to watch that. You guys have to watch Get Over It first, and then we'll have a party for The Beguiled.
I am excited about that. The song is delightful. I loved what you
I
did.
own it on YouTube if you want to log on as me.
Hell yeah.
Not
It's
really.
the
I'll forget
only
to log
thing-
out and really fuck up your algorithm.
It's literally the only movie I've ever purchased. It's $3 to rent. It's the only movie I've ever purchased digitally, because that sounds stupid. How do you, it's
I
not
have
even
one of
tangible.
those.
Yeah, I've only done it once.
Yeah. What's yours?
Dick's the Musical.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's Decoy Bride.
There we go.
William Clark.
I think we all learned
475
about each other today.
William Clark 475 wanted to know, what's a role that you thought she should have won an Oscar for, or could have won an Oscar for?
Oh, Oh, interesting. I mean, these aren't, the ones I've listed aren't really Oscars-y films. She was nominated for Interview with the Vampire, right? I want to say she was like an early, yeah, because like I feel like the movies that I love her in, you're never gonna get a comedy as. So I feel like The Virgin Suicides would be a good pull. That would probably be the one on here that is like, she's great in it and
feels Oscar-y.
Yeah, because like otherwise you got like Melancholia, which I feel like is a little too dark. Oh my God. She is, so the movie Elizabethtown is credited with being the end of the Manic Pixie Dream Girl era because it becomes so incredibly formulaic. Sorry, obviously nobody was like, it's probably Elizabethtown. But I love that. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the few movies I've left the theater. I never finished that one because I was just like, oh yeah. I couldn't get through it.
That won't translate into podcast.
For those on YouTube,
where she keeps putting her fingers in the shape of a camera and making a memory, and you're like, Zooey Deschanel already did it. Natalie Portman already did it. Step down.
Yeah, it's just ugh.
It was a misuse of her. I think she was briefly misused after Bring It On because people were like, you're so money. You're so money. Come be in Wimbledon. Come be in... I mean, Wimbledon was fine, but like...
She's a bit of a... I think part of her appeal is she doesn't quite fit in a box.
Yeah.
And I think she is an actress with the ability to surprise.
Yes.
Yes. I think.
So right.
Thank you.
But I guess my answer is Virgin Suicides.
Okay, great. That's really nice. We got a whole bunch of questions, too, just in general. I know this kind of goes outside of our timeline a little bit.
No, you're fine.
Spider-Man. People have a lot of feelings about her as MJ.
That is probably what I think of her in.
Was that your first go-to
Oh
for
my God. Her best known for on IMDb
I would say
is
Spider-Man.
Crazy.
Probably.
Spider-Man is number 1.
Yeah.
Then Melancholia. And then Interview with the Vampire and Little Women. I'm like, that's not what Kirsten does. I mean, Spider-Man,
I probably
yes,
say
but.
Spider-Man and then maybe Civil War just for I saw it recently enough.
Yeah, and this is recency based too.
Yeah.
But Bring It On would be
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Number
I
one.
I've seen it, but it wasn't a part of my adolescence and childhood in the way it is, I know, for a lot of women my age.
Yeah.
I guess I think when you think of like how she was branded by the media.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bring It On is
Sure.
the line.
I was
But
going to
you're
Bring
right.
It On in an
Civil
interview.
War, thoroughly meh.
I liked it more than I didn't, but
That's good. That's good.
I don't want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Power of the Dog, I never want to watch again.
And that's true of so many Oscar-winning movies.
Can I quick sidebar into how much I hated Power of the Dog?
Let's
Tell
go.
us.
I hated it. She does her best in that movie, but it does piss me off that it's like, it's the Depression. We're in like Montana or some shit. It's like, that is a hard Scrabble woman, right? That's a woman who's been through it. And then Benedict Cumberbatch rolls up with his American accent that, I'm sorry, Benedict Cumberbatch is a great actor, but his American accent makes him sound like an audio animatronic that is malfunctioning slightly, like he just always sounds a little droopy, like he's gonna like wah 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 in the middle of a sentence. And he shows up and he's literally just like, you're stupid and your hair's dumb. And she like stumbles over herself and becomes an alcoholic. I think that woman would be tougher than that. Also, the funniest part of your birthday party, I don't know if you caught any of this, but a friend of ours dressed as Benedict Cumberbatch in Power of the Dog, by which I mean he wore a plaid shirt. And then
Was this Trevor?
it was Augie.
Okay, yeah.
And,
right.
he like came over at one point. He's like, you said you've seen Power of the Dog, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I actually haven't, but someone just told me that the character I'm dressed as may or may not be into an inappropriately young boy in that movie. And I was like, hand to God, I can't remember. And we spent the rest of the party trying to remember if that was true or not.
I think he delivered on a costume, and really, that's all anybody.
But he was like, am I dressed like
a pedophile.
Yeah. And we were like, I saw it and I cannot remember. I am so very sorry.
Whoops.
But sometimes Eric will just out of nowhere go, my pal Pete, and just trigger the trauma of that movie for me. It's okay. It's okay. But her is MJ. was the initial question.
Yeah, because some people are like, how do you feel about her? Do you think she was the right choice? Was she a miscast?
I don't think I know enough about the Spider-Man fandom. I feel like that's more of a Spider-Man fandom question than because obviously
I like
for
her in
me,
it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 2 is the movie I saw the most times in theaters because I was like that age. You know what I mean? Where like your mom would drop you off the mall and you'd be like, "What are we gonna do? I guess we're gonna see Spider-Man 2 again."
Spider-Man 2 also is one of the best superhero movies, just like throughout comic book fandom.
Hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand. That's that one.
It is. Yeah, it is. Wait, or is that in the first one? Because one of them has Dashboard Confessional doing Vindicated.
Oh, I think
Where's
2 is
Eric when you need
Vindicated.
him?
I know. Go back and listen to our Spider-Man episodes.
I'm pretty sure
My
I
husband
was-
will cover it.
Yeah.
I was a Dashboard Confessional fan, and I'm pretty sure my inroad was Spider-Man. Because in Atlanta, you don't learn about cool white people music. It was something I learned when I got to college, and I was like, was I supposed to know Death Cab for Cutie? Was I supposed to know all these things?
Love Death Cab.
Anyway.
Write their lyrics on my whiteboard like a sweet little emo baby. This is how I feel today. Me. Yeah, I liked her in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was problematic. I do always laugh at the line, though, of the, okay, Rico, I get you. When she's leaving the diner, I'm like,
Not problematic,
Ooh.
except for that one dress. That questionable.
not great. Not
At
great.
the time, we were all doing
We were
it.
all
I was
doing
gonna
it.
say,
And then we
yeah.
were putting chopsticks in our
I
hair.
was
which
just
I'm
gonna
pretty
say
sure
that.
is also true of
Yeah.
her in that scene. Yeah.
My hair's too thin for it, but God, I tried.
Yeah.
God, I tried. Well, there you go. What a career most actors dream of their whole lives before she was 18 years old.
Yeah.
For my final statement, I would like to rank what order I think you should watch these movies in.
Oh,
Please
let's
do.
go.
This is very difficult for me. Obviously, Get Over It is the one I have the strongest emotional attachment to. You should watch Get Over It. Then I'm going to say something really controversial.
Bring it.
Dick. Dick is next because it's a really great performance on her part and no one's seen it. Then Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yes.
Then Bring It On.
Yep.
And then All I Want to Do. Those are the big 5 that I discussed here today, and that is my ranking of the order in which you should watch them. Importance-wise, not necessarily chronologically. Chronologically would be a really fun way to watch it. To remind you, that is All I Want to Do /Strike on Amazon Prime. Drop Dead Gorgeous. Dick. Bring It On. Get Over It. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being.
She was like, and I've ended this podcast.
I don't think we've ever had a guest tap themselves out
Yeah.
of like, I would like to not be doing this podcast
And I'm
anymore.
done now.
I'm like, I've said the names of these. I've said the word dick enough times. I've said the names of these movies. I've convinced you two to watch Get Over It, right?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Your
gonna.
husbands will enjoy it.
Oh, mine for sure will, yeah.
Men enjoy it due to the boys. That's the other thing. It was marketed as a girly rom-com. And it's like, this is a Ben Foster, Colin Hanks, Martin Short joint. Plus, obviously, the women who do an excellent job. Anyway.
You had me at Marty Short.
Yeah.
Every time.
Love him.
Love him. Thank you so much. This was enlightening.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I need to go watch so many movies. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Where can people keep up with you?
I'm at Katie Stone Makes on TikTok and Instagram. And that's really where I would say.
And you do comedies.
Oh,
Would you
yeah.
like to
Well,
plug your
I
comedies?
do improv with Amy. So we are first and third Sundays at the Pack Theater. On third Sundays at the Pack, I live there because I'm also part of a sketch comedy team called Speakeasy. That's definitely the creative project that takes up the most of my time. If you want to come see the things that I spent, oh my gosh, how much time do we spend ahead of every show? At least 15 hours prepping for each show. So
How
come
many
on down and
times
watch
could
that.
you watch? Oh no! Why am I blanking on the name of it now? Your favorite movie?
Get Over It?
Get over it. I wanted to say All I Want to Do, and I'm like, that's not.
Well,
They're-
movies
they-
with the musical element you can watch more, famously.
Sure. I'm just saying you could watch that like 7 times.
I believe I watched it 3 times in the lead up to that party.
I love that for you. Go watch that movie and then go see Katie do comedy.
Yeah.
As for us, you can always catch us on Instagram and TikTok at Two Filthy Casuals Pod. If you like what you're hearing or seeing and you want more episodes, join us over on Patreon along with
Eliza Dushku's aunt.
At patreon.com/2filthycasualspod. You can become a filthiest casual for just $5 a month and help the podcast out and get some more episodes.
Yeah.
As always, we're on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. So if you need to switch it up on your form, feel free to do so. And please do like, subscribe, rate, review, pass it on to a friend. All that helps a ton.
Smash that like button.
Smash it.
Help the algorithm daddy. We appreciate you.
Was that the algorithm daddy or help the algorithm daddy?
You decide. You decide, listener/viewer. Whatever one makes you feel better or more uncomfortable. I don't know how you like things.
Lean into it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Katie.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, I'm Amy Newman.
I'm Chris Carr.
And if you followed this fandom, you'd be home by now.
Bye.